to talk about some of the travels, and I've got a new guest. What do you got?
Dober dan.
There you go.
Dober dan, it's just a good day.
And it's a good day to do this, isn't it?
Every day's a good day, yeah.
So we've been traveling. I met you the other day at the station. And,
Well, yeah, I'm sitting here, right, in Vermont, and I see your hat. It says Serbia.
Yeah.
So I gotta give you the greeting. Punch you in the face.
Yeah. I started talking in Serbian, and they said the only thing I knew was like F off or something like that.
Well, that's how we say hello.
Yeah.
Like I told you earlier, I told that girl, that Polish girl, I says, Serbs are rude. And she said, they're Germans are rude, you guys are vulgar.
Yeah.
And I said, boy, you're right.
Yeah, there you go.
Leave it to a Polish to tell a Serb how we are, you know?
Yeah, nobody knew all these years. You've been wondering.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's it, you know. Oh.
So I started out going over here. They had these supposedly pyramids in Visoko, and somebody, I didn't even know who it was. Some guy from England hired me to go over there and film it. But I got there like 3 days early. Just why do that? So I traveled all around over here. I guess I went right around your hometown.
Yeah.
Down here by Dubrovnik.
Yeah, in Herzegovina. That's Trebinje, right on like the border with Crna Gora, which is Montenegro.
Right, and that's nice down in there. It's hot.
Nice and hot.
Yeah.
I tell you what, they have everybody over there. They grow their own food.
I saw that. Yeah, it's like everywhere, even little terraces.
Yeah, you could have just like one little area, and they have their own garden.
Yeah, everything. They don't have to buy stuff. You know, very little.
Mm-hmm.
I was coming out. Where is it? David, come out of here. Lazis. And I picked up this old lady. She's walking up the hill, and she had the bags of groceries and all. And it was hot, you know, and it's just nothing, dust and dirt. And a nice little town way down below, and the road goes up over the mountain. And so I give her a ride, and we get up to the border and stop. So she gets out, and she walks around, goes through the border thing, you know, they wave to her. And she stands on the other side, and I pull up. She gets in the car like nothing happened. We never said a word. And took her to a little village up there. She'd been down shopping, but she's got to travel like 10 miles to get anything at the store. But it's nice up in there. It's a nice part of the country, nice part of the world.
Yeah. The food, for me, it's real natural. Like Greek food. I really like Greek food and Serbian food. It's real natural. But when I was over there with my cousin, he's a big guy, you know what I mean? Like Mean Joe Green or something.
Yeah.
And he says, cousin, we can't go for a walk. He says, I don't have enough bullets in my gun. He has a rifle, but he needed to have a pistol, and I had to have a pistol because of wolves.
There's still wolves over there.
Yeah, there's still wolves over there. Yeah. They run in packs. I mean, you could shoot a couple, but they'll still come after you.
So you got to get them all.
Yeah, man, it's almost like teenagers.
Yeah.
Like
you don't want to be stuck up in a tree with a gang of teenagers.
No, not in Chicago.
No, definitely not Chicago.
So that's our teenagers over there, wolves. And you know what, when you look out and there's no buildings or nothing.
Yeah.
And he said that there's these big drops and there's weeds over them. He says people just disappear. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, like big holes. I mean, you drop down the thing and you end up in Beijing.
Yeah, there's like these caverns underneath there.
Yeah.
Like sinkholes, things like that.
That's it, yeah.
And it's wild country up there. I went up in through there, and it was almost like in California, the high desert. You know, it's flat, it's dry, and there's a bunch of shrubs and stuff in there. And but it followed along the river here.
Mm-hmm.
And I went all the way up to, I was going back to Sarajevo. So I went up to Folka and then cut across. But there's a section in there, there's a park in here. It's like the Alps. You go out in there, you've been out in there where
Yeah.
it's, all of the houses, you know, they're really steep, and they got the hillsides are like this, and they got horses and sheep, and at the end of the day they're driving the cows back, you know, with the bells on, the guy's got a stick, and the cars all stop. And it's nice up in there. You know, people, you don't think of that, you know, but the whole area has got like, you can find almost anything out there, any kind of country you like. Beautiful mountains, the rivers are all beautiful, that bluish green color. You know,
Yeah, there's a variety.
Nice.
There is.
It's a nice place.
Yeah, you're right. There's a variety there. It's like in Slovenia when I walked to the library, either side you had the vineyards.
Yeah.
And they're all manicured. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it looks like a model or train set or something. Everything's so nice and neat. You know, it's all in lines. Everything is, but they use every bit of the land when they can. You know, straight up and down. It doesn't matter.
Just like we were saying earlier, they don't waste over there.
Yeah.
You know, like I told my cousins over there, I says, you know, we have in America some building and people put the tables and chairs in building and they have to pay. What you mean? What? I don't know. Oh yeah, they have too many chairs, you know, they have 10 chairs, so they put them in a building, you have to pay $5,000 per year. He says, why not just burn them?
Yeah, it's cheaper in the long run.
Yeah.
You know, people move and they rent these storage spots like that. And they put all this crap in there that they're never going to see again. And the reason they're putting it in there is because they found it when they were moving out. It was in the back of the closet and nobody's used it for years. So I said, well, what good can we do with this? Let's rent a place to keep it until we don't need it anymore. But we don't need it already.
Yeah, like their mother-in-law.
Yeah, so you get rid of them. You know,
But they don't, that's, for them, that's a couple of years and that's a house.
Yeah.
Or some land.
Yeah.
Buy a cow.
but they pay over here to store stuff that nobody uses.
Yeah, here where there's bad economy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you go over there and the economy, but people, they get along, they do stuff. You know, I was in Visoko one day, and these gypsies go down the road, they got a little horse-drawn wagon, and they got a couch. And they stop in front of their house and they unload it. And next thing you know, they're out there with pliers and screwdrivers and stuff, and they took all the cloth off of it, folded up nice and neat, then they take the foam and they stack that up. I think they put that in the stove, it looked like later. You know, black smoke coming out of it. But all the nuts and bolts, they take them off and they put them together, they put them in a can. The metal, the scrap metal, they cut up and they saved, by the time they were done, there was nothing left of it. You know, they saved everything. You know, and they take it off and sell it.
That sounds like Apache.
Yeah.
The same way. People do that over there. If there's, say I'm going down the road and there's a fig tree and there's 7 figs, well the people that own that property, they know there's 7 figs on there.
Yeah.
And you go up there and it's a smoke fuzz fig.
Yeah.
You know, glutton, I'm hungry, fig. You don't even have to say anything to them.
Yeah.
Just over done. And first thing they say, Serbs, really? Shedi. That means sit down. Then they're going to bring you a coffee, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to give you a fig or whatever's around.
Yeah.
Right? They're going to give you a little pastry. Yeah. And then when you're good and full and got the coffee, then they're going to start complaining to you.
But, you know, that's what I saw over there, all over the former Yugoslavia. Wherever I went, people are nice, they're friendly, they give you stuff, they do things. You know, I met really nice people. I never met anybody that wasn't.
They're real hospitable. They are. Like Greek people. You know, they really are.
You know,
And
they know you forever.
Yeah. And they asked me when I went over there, they says, well, you know, how was it over there? And I said, small tables and big people.
Yeah.
I mean, they got little tiny tables and they're all sitting there drinking the coffee and smoking and there's a little thing of juice. And when I went over there, my relatives, there's a Coke, you know what I mean? They open it and then there's the vino and there's the Slivovica, which is a brandy.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's water, coffee, and this and this and this. It was like, I don't know, like I was a taste tester or something. They don't know what you like, so they just give you everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they expect you to eat everything.
Yeah. And you do. And then the problem is I had, because my uncle's got the 5 sisters. So then I went over there and they're kissing you and everything and sitting on your lap and everybody's crying or, you know, emotional. And then you eat, you know, these big potatoes and the meat and the Coke and this and this and this and this. And then you sit down, everybody's laughing and having a good time. And then 10 minutes later you get up and you got to go see the other sister.
Yeah, you cross the street and there's the other one.
Oh, you go through some little field and it's like, oh man, I just had 5 meals.
Yeah, and you got 5 more coming.
Yeah, so you have to go out there and feed the chickens.
Yeah. Well, I was up in Slovenia. Where are we here? Way over in here somewhere.
Yeah, Slovenia is the bottom, so people know, it's on the bottom of Austria.
Yeah, it used to be part of Austria. It was a province of Austria. They speak a lot of German and stuff there.
Yes. And it's the beginning of the Alps.
Yep.
Beginning of the Alps, and then you know what, they do have coastline there.
Very little of it. Over in, where is it? It's not Roma. It is Roma, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know, I know that's just a real tiny piece like on the map.
Really, yeah.
But they do have, just so people know.
Peran. Just a little corner of Peran, and goes up into Trieste.
And you know, everybody talks about Tito, that's where he's from.
Is it?
He's
Almost Italian then.
he's Slovenian. He was Slovenian, he wasn't a Serb.
Oh.
But Jovanka was Serb, his wife. See?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe somebody maybe's watching this, you know, and you know what I mean? No, man. He was Slovenian.
And he kept the country together after. I don't,
Well, there's nobody left. They're all dead. There's only 12 people left.
Yeah. But they hate each other.
Right, all 12 of them. You know what I mean?
But I was up in there, I went across the border to Slovenia, and I was driving along, and there's this church out in the middle of a field, just a little church, about as big as this room here. And I said, I wonder what that's all about. So I'm driving along, and I cut across and driving through. Next thing I know, I'm in the cornfield, and I come out in this little town. And there's a road coming in from the other way, of course, So I'm looking around, there's always posting being buildings, I'm taking pictures and stuff. And a guy comes out of one of the barns, and he's, Guten Morgen. And I said, Guten Morgen. He starts talking to me in German. And I said, Ich hören und verstehen nicht sprechen. Ah, English. So we go down, he's got the farms are 200 feet wide, about a half a mile long. And every little bit of it is taken up. There's a fence, and it's got the grapevines. They got all little fruit trees, they're all pruned, so everything is close. They got the cow, the pig, they grow some corn. And you get in the back there, and there's a little pergola with the vines on it, and the picnic table underneath it. And so there's the grandfather, and the guy that I was talking to. Then his son comes out, speaks English, and his son's little baby. And he just had another one. And they got the wine and the cheese. They didn't know me. I'm some guy walking down the street with a camera. And I was there for a couple hours, and they're telling me the story of their family, and it's nice. It's a nice place. People don't think of going here on vacation. They think there's still a war going on or something.
Oh, they don't know.
It's the whole area. It's beautiful, beautiful coastlines. Croatia took all the coastline. It's like the tail of Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
They're way up here,
Yeah.
and they got a little strip goes all the way down into here, and then there's a little bit of Bosnia and Herzegovina cuts through to the ocean. I think it's 9 miles wide, and then it goes all the way back down to Dubrovnik, all the way down to here. So
All the way to Crna Gora.
Yeah, so they've got all of this coastline, and they're way up in here, and then Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Now you're saying you mean Croatia?
Croatia.
Yeah.
It's like Alaska has that little tail that Canada only has a little bit of shore at the bottom on the west.
Well, another thing is
They've got it all.
people might not know there's more islands there off of Croatia than in Greece.
Oh, really?
They're just not all occupied. I mean,
And some of them got like Roman ruins on them.
yeah, they do.
There's a lot of history in this place.
There is.
I was surprised. You go to a little town and there's Roman stuff, and
There's a lot of history there.
well, all of like the Turks came up through and they brought their religion, which was there you go, yeah. But they brought their religion with them,
Yeah,
and which was
Muslims.
yeah.
They're Muslim, the Ottoman Turks.
And before that was the Byzantine with the Christian religion, but the Eastern Christian religion. And then way up by Slovenia, they got the Catholics that came down out of there. So there's all these different religions mixed up.
Well, the thing is, people don't realize that Serbs, I'm a Serb, my mom and dad are Serbs, so 500 years we were slaves. The word Yugoslavia, think about it, Yugoslavia, Yugo means southern. So we're southern slaves.
Okay.
We're big people. I'm a small guy over there, and I'm over 6 foot. And they're making fun of me, oh, hamburger, oh, Jack, oh, hamburger.
Yeah.
And he's a big guy, oh, jeez. You think you're in Texas or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But you're talking about those guys in Slovenia, and they gave you cheese and wine. For them, and for us, for former Yugoslavia people, when they get somebody to visit, it's like an honor to meet you, and man, you're going to sit down and you're going to eat, and I've had people completely leave the house, and you get to sleep in their bed.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
It is.
you know, like these people, they didn't know who I was, but they get the food out there. I still keep track of them on the internet. But you go around here and you walk around some little town taking a picture. Guy's not going to invite you for lunch and hey, you need a place to stay? Have us, go to sleep.
Well, it's different. So
Yeah,
much,
it's
so
totally,
different.
it's totally different.
Here, everybody's afraid.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've sat around town here, and I've had many people walk by, and they don't even look at you.
Yeah.
And over there,
Well, I mean, you kind of look like you might be scary.
oh,
But
I am.
but it's like you say, it's different. Over here, it's like, who is that guy? And they say, oh, then over there, they say, who is him? Come on over, let's see.
Yeah, come on, Kositi. They want to know right away. Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? Oh, I'm better. Never mind. Eat,
Yep.
drink.
Yeah, they're always happy to see you. They don't know who you are, but they're happy to see you. It's like an adventure.
It is. I'm telling you, speaking of adventures, I did that couch surfing.
Oh, okay.
All right? And I was in Hungary, on the border, Granica's border,
Yep.
with Romania. But you got to take care of your passport.
Yep.
So I wrote everybody. This is in Europe a few years back. The ones who answered were the Slovenians.
Oh, okay.
Hey, come on, they said. So I get to Budapest, it was 55 degrees.
Oh, man.
And that's miserable. It was like, I had some guy looked it up. It was 130.
Yeah.
So I leave. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this part of the story. I'm gonna stretch it out. I get in the ticket depot in Budapest, and things have changed, Bill. You gotta grab a little tag now, like you're buying a cake.
Oh, yeah? Those little things with take a number, please.
Right.
Yeah.
I go, oh no, man, there's all these people, and they're like number 72, and they're on 6.
Yeah.
Oh, so these college kids from America somewhere, skinny guys, and they says, Ljubljana, please. I go, hey, they're like from me to you. I go,
Yeah.
hey, man, give me a ticket too.
Yeah.
I go, look at you, your age, like I didn't know I had to buy a ticket. You don't know how to travel. I go, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, shut up and buy my ticket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, okay. So they bought my ticket, and the three of them, they were giving me havoc about not being a good traveler and this and that. And I says, well, thanks, I appreciate it. And I says, you know what, guys? You do know where the train station is. You're crazy. I go, you're in the train station now. I go, can you tell me the name of the train station? They says, it's called Kerati. Like a pill.
Yeah.
Like Bruce. And I says, does it say Kerati on there? From Nigati to Ljubljana. The train was leaving from a completely different train station, and the lady there didn't speak English like most Hungarians don't,
Yeah.
and she didn't give a darn.
Yeah, you want to buy a ticket? Here's a ticket.
Here's a ticket.
I
But
don't
she
care
didn't-
where you go.
Right, she didn't say this train is leaving from Nugati, right?
Yeah.
And these guys, these 3 kids, they didn't know it left from a different train station.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
So I go, hey guys, on you. They were making fun of me, okay, I because of the ticket. They didn't even know a train station to leave on. But I know because I was living there
Yeah.
in Hungary.
Like Paris has got that. There's a ring around it and there's all stations. And if you go to the wrong one, you're over here and you're supposed to be over here.
You're gonna stay
But
overnight.
the city's in the middle.
Right, you're gonna be there another night.
Yeah.
You're gonna waste your ticket. So these guys, okay, you know what I mean? And so, okay, on with the story. I get off from 130-degree heat in Budapest. I show up in Ljubljana and it's raining. And I go, great, and I twist my ankle.
Oh, no.
I go, oh man, I just got here. I'm in the road, People are laughing like that with a cigarette. They don't care, Hey, stupid American. So I find some kids. I go, hey, I got this number, couch surfing with this girl, but I don't have her address. I'm the world's worst traveler.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you go.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So they call up. I go, man, some guy answered and he's mad. They go, you better not go. I go, man, I can't even walk. So I find some guy, like 10 minutes later, I go, man, I'm going to tell you some more words. Pomozi meni, help me. Slovenian, Croatians, a lot of them speak the same language. So anyway, I says, I can't walk. And I have this number from this girl. She's not answering. I don't have her address, and it's raining. And he says, "You're a stupid idiot."
You already knew that factor, right?
You're right. Nice to meet you. So he says, "Here's the TV station." So I go in there, and the guys looked at her up, and they found her address.
Oh, nice.
Zugic. I remember her name, Zugic. So one guy says, "There's a bus over here," and then the guy goes, "No, man, the guy can't walk," and they're arguing. So they called a cab, a €2 cab or 5 or whatever,
Yeah.
never mind. And this complex was so big, there's, I don't know, 700-800 people living there, and it's late at night. I would have never found this place without this cab driver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the girl answers, and blah, blah, we talked, and the next day she takes me to her parents' house, which was up in the vineyards.
Oh, and that's where you wanted to work and do stuff.
I just, yeah, no.
Well, you weren't doing, this wasn't the work trip.
This was a couch surfing.
Couch surfing.
I wanted to just relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And after twisting my ankle and crying in the road and everything, I'm with this girl. You know what I mean? And you look down, and there's vineyards, like you were saying, down here, and then there's the river. And here's her dad, 70s, going off the rope swing, dropping into the river. There's her grandma walking around doing the gardening at 90.
Yeah.
She says, "Everything you see in sight is my grandma's."
Oh, wow.
I says, "Okay, I'll marry her."
Yeah. I'll be your grandfather.
You're right. So I went from there. Oh, I got to say another thing. My family, we got to bring stuff, and I felt like an idiot. I brought a big thing of, come from California, I brought a big thing of beans.
Oh, yeah. That's popular everywhere.
Yeah, oh man, and there's this meat, the cheese, grapes, the whole deal, like you're at a wedding.
Yeah.
And here's this can of beans. She's like, oh, the guy, you know. So we went back again. Then I went from her place to another place, couch surfing. 3 people said, "Yeah, come on, couch surfing." So I went to another, then she drove me to another place. And the lady's kid was there, he was an 18-year-old kid, and you know, this is a couch surfer, and well, he would shake hands, and hi, nice to meet you. And he sits down and opens the computer.
Yeah.
And there's people jumping out of an airplane. And I'm like, well, you know, I just met the guy, and he's showing me some movie.
Yeah.
And he says, "That's me." I go,
wow.
"Oh, great," you know, and he goes, "Come on." I go, "Oh, no."
Yeah.
So he's showing me how to do the parachute and this and that. I was tired running around with this girl all day. Oh man, I laid down on the bed. I broke it.
Oh, no.
A little thing like that.
Yeah, they're not made for gorillas.
Yeah. Oh man, the neighbors came in, it was wrong. I think I broke it. That's just that stupid idiot.
Yeah.
Everybody knew me then, you know. So she drives me up, maybe like an hour away, up in the hills.
Is this outside Ljubljana? Or this is the second place?
I don't remember. So I'm up here in the hills, and I'm staying with a friend of hers, and there's a big banner, August 24th, there's a celebration for the village.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay, yep.
Like a Founder's Day or something. So here's this guy, and he's doing this Lawrence Welk thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the guy I'm staying. He wasn't even on couch surfing. But
But
he was,
you just ended up there.
you're right. Well, it was a friend of this lady's. And she said, you know, I got this guy here, and he goes, "Okay, you can stay for a night. We're having this thing here."
Nice.
Right. So I show up over there, and they're dancing in the circles. You know what I mean? The colo, we say.
Yeah.
And you're dancing, and people are handing you wine and things to eat, and you're dancing around. And this guy, he had a beard and everything like me and long hair, and he's playing this thing, and he goes, "Come on." And we went through these patches of tomatoes and everything, and we go way up on this hill. It was dark. And we walk in this building, and there's a bunch of old people in there. It was like an old folks home.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes up there and he starts playing.
Oh, they love that kind of stuff.
Oh, they did. So what does he play? "Come to Alabama with banjo on my knee." You know? And I start going like that dancing.
They don't even know what Alabama is. You know.
I didn't know. Hey, this guy, yeah, you know what I mean?
I think it's in Montenegro somewhere.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm going to sell. Thinking, man, this is great. I had a fantastic time with this guy. He put me in a little cabin he was working, you know. And the next day, you know, he's saying, "We go here and here, and you're back in Ljubljana."
That's a beautiful city, too.
I said, "Nah, I'm up here in the hills." I says, "Where's Hungary?" And he says, "Oh, it's over here, this one."
Yeah.
And I start walking. I go, I'm gonna just walk to Hungary. He goes, hey, come on, man, you can't walk to Hungary. He says, there's a bus. It'll take you like a couple hours. I go, great.
Yeah.
I know, this is great. So I get on this bus, there's 3 people on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm all the beautiful scenery and everything you want to hear,
Yeah.
And then I go to this little town over I am, so hotel, over here, and the people are all right,
Yeah.
So I go hotel. Sorry, we're all full. I might as well have that tattooed on my arm.
Yeah, all full.
Are you all full?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So I walk around, I walk like another hour away. So now I'm almost on the border with Hungary. And there's one little hotel, they had room.
Isn't that lucky like that?
Like what happens with you.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering, I didn't want to go back all the way this way, just to go to Ljubljana, get on a train, and go this way. You know what I mean?
And when you're traveling like that, it doesn't matter where you go. It's like I was saying, I tell people, they say, how do you get to these adventures and how does this stuff happen? They said, you take your 3rd left and your 2nd right and you stop and see what's going on. Well, that sounds easy, but where do you start from? It doesn't matter. You can do it here, you can do it there. You can do it while you're driving. You don't have to start from home. Just drive someday and then, I think I'll stop here for a while. And you see what's going on, you see the people, and if you're not in a hurry to go anywhere, you meet some awful interesting people and see some things that you've never heard about.
That's true.
It's great. You've traveled all over the place that way.
Well, yeah, like you. I just, like I was thumbing my way back from this place in Vermont, and a kid picked me up from Oklahoma. And he said, I've been lost in the hills for 3 days. And I go, man, I bet you had yourself a good time. He goes, I did.
Yeah.
I says, man, turn your phone off and go and do it again.
Just do it.
He says, I am. But too many people, they plan everything.
Yeah. So they get on a tour, and the tour is all planned. You're going to see this, and then 10 minutes later we're going to get back on a bus, and you're going to go over here, and we're going to look at that, and then we're going to go over here. You see that like Italy, especially. You go there, and you're in Rome, and you're at the Colosseum, and you see these buses pull up, and these people all get out, and they take pictures, and then you go along, and you're down at the Trevi Fountain, the same bus comes up, same people get out, take the pictures.
And you know what that's like?
They got the 2-hour tour of Rome. But you don't get to know what it's like.
No. What that's like, it's like a coloring book, and here's a little circle you got to draw. Oh, here's a little square.
Yeah.
And for you and me, we're more like abstract travelers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're just going like...
We're coloring on the table. We're not even in the book.
We're out here on the floor. Color, finger coloring.
Yeah.
But for me, when you look at the abstract, like when I do it on the computer, it's kind of neat. You put it on full screen, and there's so much more to look at.
Yeah.
Look at that. It looks like a little ship. And, there's my grandma sailing the ship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like with my travels. But most people, there's a little square, colored in. Oh, very good.
Yeah. You don't get to see anything. You don't get to meet anybody. You got to get on the back streets. When I was coming a couple of years ago, I was coming out of Mostar, and I was going to go to the coast and head up to Split because I'd seen that they had a Colosseum up there and the palace. The Roman palace is up there. There's all kinds of neat Roman stuff. And so I'm going down this long flat valley and big mountains on the side, and it was 40 degrees, which is 100. And I go by, and there's this young couple with the backpacks on, and he had long hair down to here, dreadlocks and everything, and she was dressed regular, and they're hitchhiking. So I said, I'm in Bosnia. I'm not going to pick up somebody hitchhiking. And I said, yeah, it's hot out there. So I turned around and picked him back. It was like 5 miles. Went back, picked him up, and they were going down through the coast. They were headed for Greece, but they were going to Montenegro first, and so that's south of where I was going. So what do I care? I don't care where I'm going. So we went south, and we had a great time. I wouldn't have had that great time. Found the last place in Dubrovnik, the last room to stay. Invited them to stay overnight. Because there was extra room there. And we went down into the old city. Went down, had something to eat, wandered through the back streets, with the laundry hanging over, and just had a great time. And the next day I took them down to Montenegro. And they're friends of mine still. I ran into them again the next year. I heard that I was in Sarajevo, and I heard that they were up in Ljubljana. Or no, they were up in Lake Bled. all the way up by the Austria. And so I went up there and spent a couple days with them and took them down to, they were going to a reggae festival in Slovenia. Like, how did that get there? You know? But they were going to that. So you never know what you're going to run into. You know, you meet these different people.
You got to be flexible.
Yeah. You know, it doesn't matter where you stay. Even like when I'm traveling, I drive until it gets sort of towards dark. And then I start looking for a place to stay. And if I have to, I'll sleep in the car. But I've been lucky. You know, you just find a place, and it might be the little room somewhere. Some of these places they call it an apartment. And we think of an apartment, you know, the place that you live. But over there, it's a place that's for rent.
Mm-hmm.
And you go in there, and it's an apartment. Somebody moved out, so, you know, for the summer, so that they rent it out. They rent these rooms. It's got the furniture, their books, and stuff there, and you just stay there. You know, you can rent it for as long as you want.
And the thing is, when you're going to rent those apartments, the whole family's going to sleep together.
Yeah.
The mom, the dad, and the 2 kids are all going to be in the same bed.
Yeah. They go into the other side, and you get the rest of it.
And they're all going to feed you.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
You were saying one thing about that one guy, you ordered beef?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was, I was getting into Mostar, and there's a little tiny place to stay. And the room was like a single wide bed with about that much space next to it. You know, a little window, a big bathroom. And what I liked is every place that I found over there, they've got these corner showers, and the control is inside against the back wall. So to turn it on, you got to be in the shower or leave the door open. You know, so you can't, you got to either make a mess or you got to get in and get wet. But anyway, so I'm there, and they got this little restaurant downstairs. And so I go in, and the waiter comes over, and he says, we got a choice. We got beef, fish, or pork tonight. And I says, beef. You know, it's not like 4 or 5 choices. You know, you want a hamburger, you want a steak, you want this or that. It's just, you know, what kind of animal you want to eat. And so I said, beef. And so I'm sitting there, and I look out the window, and he comes across the street from the grocery store with a bag of groceries. And he goes out, you can see in the kitchen, he's out there cooking away, and he comes out, you know, like he said, I'll have a steak with potatoes and green beans and a salad and that. No, I'll have some beef. And he brings it out, he comes out with all this other food, and the rest of the family comes out, and they're sitting at the next table. Because that's what they have for supper. You know, you don't have to store all this stuff. You don't have to have 17 different varieties of everything in this big cooler. You know, it's their kitchen. Nobody's there. That's the house. That's the only kitchen in the place. They cook in a restaurant kitchen. You get what they cook.
Well, how's that for an idea? They buy the food and then they eat it.
Yeah.
Not like here. They put it here and put it there, and it's in the freezer. And
yeah, whatever's left goes back in the, you know, there's stuff in the freezer. Over there, you know, the whole family ate. You know, and it's nice. It's like you're staying at somebody's house.
Yeah, it feels real comfortable. It's just kind of basic and simple.
Yep.
Well, I got to tell you this story. When I was over there in Montenegro with that guy Vaso I told you about.
Yep.
Oh, well, I might as well just tell the story how I met Vaso.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in
yeah, nobody else knows it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I might as well tell it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, introducing Vaso Frnacevic. I'm in the shopping center by my mom's house in Fresno, California. And I heard a guy, Doviđenja, Bog, Satan Put, it's like, God be with you and all that, happy travels. And I came up to the guy, said, Jasa Miljevic. Oh, Drojak says Crna Gora. My cousins, they live in the Crna Gora. And I told him where, and he goes, monkeys live there. So you go, who are you? Who are you? Miljevic. Hey, come on. He says, come on, buy you some drinks. All right, so we're drinking, and a few months later, I'm over there. I'm in Montenegro, and I'm at this guy's. He's got the restaurant, and then upstairs, he's got the rooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this little guy looked like Barney Rubble, little big, little pink face, and he was a swindler. And he had 33 girls. I met the neighbor, Suzanne, a little short little lady, and she counted. This guy had 33 girls from Belgrade come work at his restaurant. He fired all 33 of them, and never paid one of them.
So you got all summer long out of them for
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they were, oh, we're gonna call the cops. And he said, well, you drink my wine. It's just from Juan Diego, and it's worth 10,000 or and then they just left.
Yeah.
So this swindler guy takes me out on a boat. You know what I mean? And we're out there fishing. Hey, yeah, this is great. You know, I'm on the sea, and there's the mountains.
Oh, it's a beautiful sea there too.
Yeah, this is great. So he takes the fish and he goes around to the village and he's selling fish. So he sells some fish to some lady, you know what I mean? And ends up that it was her husband's boat that the guy took.
I was going into town one time. It's late at night, and I'm supposed to meet some friends. I was up in Bosnia, outside of Sarajevo, and it's the middle of the night, and I'm almost out of gas, and I don't know really where they are, and I don't have their phone number. And so I stop at the gas station, I fill up the car, and no place to stay. Don't speak the language, don't read the signs, they're all written in squiggly letters. And so I go, there's a kid at the gas station, and I go like this, sleep, go like that. He goes, oh, 5. Then he gets on the phone, and so 5 minutes later, big black Mercedes comes whipping in. Nice looking blonde, about 25 years old, driving it. And this guy gets out of the back, and he's got to be 6'6", 280, big grill, all scarred up. You look for a place to sleep? Yeah. He said, follow me. So they take off, and they're doing about 80 down through town. And then we get down the back streets, there's no street lights and nothing. It's like, oh man, this is a little shady, but what the hell, I got a good run, Something happens, I don't care. So we stop, he pulls up in front of this, it's like a club. There's a bar, and out front there's a little piazza with the umbrellas, and people are drinking, they got music. And he goes, come on. So we get down this little alleyway, all dark. I figure, it's either going to be a room, or the guy's going to ship me, either way. So that, they'll either sleep or sleep with the fishes, So he goes down, he turns on the light, we go upstairs, and there's this little room, and there's a bed, and underneath it there's a little cabinet, a gun cabinet, and a TV. And the door's open, and it's full of pistols. So he reaches over his foot and he kind of kicks it closed. It's a hideout. This guy's like the Don of the town. And this is a hideout for his guys. And so he said, how much? And he takes his finger down the wall and he goes, 50 euro. And no. I said, 20 euro. And no. 40 euro. And I said, no. $40. Yes. And so I stayed there. And I was there for 3 nights. It took me 3 days to find my friends, because I was just going around knocking on the door saying, "You see a tall Englishman?" I didn't even know what they looked like. I'd never met them before. I was over there to film for them, and so I finally ran into them. But I ran into this guy down in town. Hey, he gives me a big hug, and then people on the street, "Who's that guy?" Next thing you know, people are being nice to me because I'm a friend of his.
You mean that big guy?
Yeah, the big guy. He was the boss of the town.
Yeah, he must have been a Serbian priest.
Yeah. It was interesting. I needed somebody to guide me around, and he gets his bartender, young kid, and he said, it cost me $50 a day. It was probably like $1 million or something. But he took me around, and I said, I want to go to the pyramid that they got here. I want to go to this. I want to go to that. And he'd take me around and drive, and they had these tunnels that we went in that they're supposed to be these ancient tunnels. And while I was there, I left the keys in the car, and I come back and the car's in a different spot. The kid took off with some girls. And the cigarettes in the ashtray, and I don't smoke,
Lipstick on it.
Yeah, I said, what happened to the car? He said, oh, I had to move it. There's somebody going to park here. But, what the heck? It was a rental. I don't care. You can wreck it for all I care. But, it's interesting. You never know what you're going to run into over there.
That's the fun part of it.
In some parts of it, you go in, like in Mostar, it was all wrecked. And you go down there and it's all been fixed up. The UNESCO and all these foreign places. And they got the bridge there, and they've got these old towers, the old town. And it looks like it did like in 1200 or something like that. And then you go like 2 streets further, and it's all shot up, and the big tarps hanging there, and there's no windows in the buildings, and no roof, and the streets are still full of shell holes. There's no money to fix it. There's no investment money in it.
That's almost like an old pair of sneakers, where they're just more comfortable.
Yeah.
Where you got a brand new pair, and they're going to look good, but they just don't feel right.
Yeah. So they're used to this, and the tourists come, they look at the old town, and then they get back on the bus. But the rest of the place, it's, yeah, it's been like that for a while, so we're used to it.
And people afraid,
Yeah,
the people that go on tour.
yeah, they're not gonna leave that, that little old town, there's a invisible line around it. Once you see the bullet holes in the buildings, it's like, oh no, we're not going there. That's the most interesting part of town.
It is, but the people are just afraid.
And what I found was interesting there too is there were all these little signs. Like here, somebody dies, you read the newspaper, and it's got the obituary, maybe a picture and stuff. Over there's all these little green. It's all the same color, like the green of the Muslim flags. And there's all of these little notices with people's pictures on it, and they're like death notices, and they staple them up. They're stapled to the wall. They're stapled on a telephone pole. It tells you when the funeral's going to be. And they're all over town. You don't know if there's like 1 million people died or one guy died that was really popular. And they just put them up all over.
And more like 1 million popular people.
Yeah.
No, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. There's just these little notices all over the place.
I was eating a chicken sandwich one time in Belgrade, and we were talking about the little things. There was a little thing like that size on a telephone pole, and it said "so room." I needed a place.
Yeah.
I had nowhere to go. You know what I mean? So I go up these stairs, and I go up some more stairs, and banging on doors, and people shooing you off. And
Yeah.
Not the right place. So then there's a little lady smoking cigarettes like they all do.
Yeah. Everybody smokes. Babies, everything.
Right. Yeah. They start them as babies.
Yeah.
So I go in there, and it's a hostel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So lady, that was her name, She was this older lady. She got there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and she didn't go home till like 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's a long day.
It is a long day. And me and her became friends. We'd sit there and drink coffee, and I'd go down, just on the street, straight down, and I get this, what they call palachinkis, this pancakes. You go like that, and you roll it up, and then put the, whatever you want on there, chocolate.
Yeah.
And she'd make the coffee, and I'd get one, and she'd buy one. So we'd sit there all day and talk, me and her.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we had a good time. People come, they put their bags down, they take off. They come, and she'd say, why only you and me talk?
Yeah.
People come, they go. They come, they go, they come, they go. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I had a good time there with her, and I'm looking, this one guy was sleeping in the bed. And then he'd get up and leave, and he wouldn't say anything. He was a taxi driver.
Oh, yeah?
He wasn't staying there. He just went up there to sleep.
He knew there was an empty room because he saw the people leaving. He took them away. These guys are gone for the day. I'm going to go sleep in their bed.
I drive very far away.
Yeah.
I come back in 9 hours.
Yeah.
But that's what happens over there.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I've had a couple of places, I'll ask somebody, how do I get to this? And they, long way, long drive. What do I care? If I'm not driving, I'll drive here, drive there. I don't care where I'm going. If you tell me it's across the street, I'll go there. But if it's, 9 hours this way, all right, I'll go there. Maybe I'll find something interesting on the way.
Sure.
And I usually never get where I'm going because third left, second right, and I end up someplace else. And you come to the border and say, oh, I'm there already?
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're in another country.
You probably bought your ticket for Poland and ended up in Serbia.
Yeah. And it was funny when I rented the car out of Sarajevo, and they said you can drive all over the place. Don't go into Kosovo and don't go into Albania. What do I care, So, but they said if you go into Slovenia, you got to stop at the border and you got to buy this pass for the highways. It's $15. It's like a toll. And but they said don't go without it because it's 600 euros. Fine if you get caught without it. And of course I forgot it, and I was like 50 miles into Slovenia, and I stopped for gas, and I remembered it, and I went and asked at the gas station, I asked her, what's this thing you're supposed to have stick on the windshield? And where do you get them? She's right here. $15. And I said, oh, I need one. She says, well, you don't have one? I said, no. I said, how'd you get this far? I was all the way into the. She was surprised that I hadn't gotten, fined and thrown in jail or beaten or something. But sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're not.
Yeah.
And like I said, Slovenia, beautiful country. You got these flat plains, and then it goes up into the mountain, Ljubljana, beautiful city with the river goes right to the middle of the castle on the hill. And then you can go up into the Alps. You go up a little further, and you're almost into Austria, Lake Bled, and you go down through. We were going down through. We were heading south towards Tomlin, and I picked up the same people that were hitchhiking the year before. I got a hold of them, and we were hanging out.
That guy from Kyrgyzstan?
Yeah, and him and his girlfriend, and we hung out up at Lake Bled, and then going someplace else. And we get up way up, you're going up, and you look straight down, and it's beautiful. And we stopped, there's a little place on the side of the road. We can get a beer and a hamburger and stuff. And there's a little overpass, a little bridge goes over the highway. And the guy says, that's a very important bridge. I said, what's so great about that? He says, you go up on that bridge. He says, you walk on one side, you're on one set of Alps. And you walk to the other side, you're on the other set of Alps. That's where the Alps divide. And he says, you walk to the edge. If you piss off that side, it goes to the Black Sea. You piss off this side, it goes down to the Adriatic. It's like the continental divide, and where the mountain ranges come together is right at that one spot. And they got a little sign up there, but I didn't feel like pissing on it. But that's where, I mean, all the water goes is way up in here. But the water goes this way, and then this goes all the way, it goes to the Danube, and runs the other way. So it's an interesting place. And
it is. Ljubljana is, I believe it's it's the least populated capital in all of Europe, or the smallest, something like that.
You can walk around the whole thing in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. They got these bridges right in the middle, all close together, like 5 of them. And they all spring off and they go across the river, and they got all these little statues and the old town, because they didn't get wrecked in the war.
Right.
Every place else was just like smashed all to crap.
And we're talking about that war like from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not World War I or II or anything.
No, a lot of these places you still go down through. Even Sarajevo was just reduced to rubble.
Yeah.
But you can still go down there and you see there's the bullet holes in the wall. They got where Franz Ferdinand got shot. They got a little plaque on the wall, and Gavrilo Princip, who shot him, he's like a national hero.
Oh, sure.
They got a plaque to him there too. It's like everybody else says, that guy, he started the First World War. And over there they say, he started the First World War.
Yeah.
Because he drove the Austrians out. Or he worked on it. That's why I got it started.
And he was, Ferdinand took a wrong turn.
Yeah.
He took a wrong turn, and Princip was sitting there eating a sandwich. Yeah. And he just happened to come by and threw that grenade.
Yeah.
Right? It was a grenade.
Yeah. They threw a grenade, and it stopped. It hurt one of the drivers. And they stopped. Then he was worried. The guys. And so Princip was there. He had a pistol. There was like 5 different assassins that came from Serbia.
You're right.
And they were in Bosnia, but the Serbs were trying to stir up trouble there. And so they were all hanging around, and that noise, we just...
that's the bullets.
That's the bullets, yeah.
That's a ghost of Princip.
Yeah. So they were all there, and they're throwing bombs at him and stuff, and they took a wrong turn. And he went backed up, and he stopped right in front of him, and he shot him and his wife, and then they gave him a beating and everything, but they didn't kill him. He survived the war. He didn't even have to go and fight. They had him in jail all the time.
Oh, Gabriel.
Yeah.
He was a young guy, too. He was like 19 or 20, wasn't he?
Yeah. And he started the whole war.
I know. And I tell people, nobody knows who Gabriel Princip is.
No, but
they don't know.
Right where he got shot, around the corner, there's a plaque with his face on it and everything.
Yeah.
They love him.
Sure, that's our people. You know what I mean?
And then a couple of days later, the Austrians came down and they bombed Belgrade. They shelled it from the river, and then everything else went to hell.
Oh man, there's been a lot of trouble over there. Oh god darn, yeah, Gabriel Princip was part of, like you said, 5 or 6 people, and something about the day before, something they were going to do it the day before.
Yeah, and he was late, he didn't show up.
Right.
And then a couple of guys got scared, they didn't want to do it. But he just stopped right in front of him. He's like, oh, there's Franz Ferdinand, they'll let him out. But he felt bad, he shot his wife too.
I think The only one that got away was Milovic.
Yeah.
I think so. Milovic got away.
Yeah, the other guys, they all got caught. Some of them, they shot them.
Yeah.
But, they said it was the Serbian secret police was behind them. And that's why Austria came after Serbia. And they gave them the ultimatum. They had like 14 different points of stuff, you know, like, they made all these conditions. Like, you can't do this, you can't do that, we're gonna send guys in, and we're gonna have our police there. So that they wouldn't agree with it. And at the last minute, Serbia said, all right, well, you can do that, we agree with it. And all these ridiculous propositions. And so then Austria said, now what are we gonna do? You know, we've been counting on them, so we'll attack them anyway. And so that's how it all started.
What a bloody mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But you're right, that Slovenia, it's just a beautiful country. And I like the people, like I said, that kid, that 18-year-old kid or whatever, you know what they remind me of? They remind me of Australians. They're real adventurous.
Yeah.
And they just want to go out and do things.
Yeah, yeah.
Not like, say, here in America where people want to just stay in. You know? Another thing about like Serbia and Montenegro, and well, maybe not Montenegro, but Serbia, Bosnia, and most of these European places, people are out.
Yeah.
They go to the store, they're walking like that old lady you picked up with the bags.
Yeah.
Probably my old Bubba.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they're out. They go to the store, they go on and they do their own gardening.
Yeah,
They're not gonna hire
everybody's got a little garden.
and they do their own work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not gonna hire somebody.
Yeah, because they don't have any money.
They don't have any right. You know what I mean? And you're welcome to sit down and you can help them too. And they'll say, okay, sure, thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have a sandwich.
Yeah, have a sandwich and this and this, and
Yeah.
you want to help, great. You know?
I was going through in Slovenia. I was up in Veliki Podlog, is where I met that family that they spoke to German and all. Very nice people. Then I went to another little place, and these guys are putting a roof on a barn, and they got these cement tiles, and they got a big pile of them over here, and there's the grandfather with the wheelbarrow, and he's bringing them over. And then they got a guy about 30 or so. You know, he's got no shirt, he's all muscle and tan and everything. He's grabbing them and he's flinging them up, and they got two girls, like in their teens or so, on this platform built on top of a tractor. And then they pass them up, these guys are on the roof, and they're just putting them on, you know, and the guy comes over, he's got a little glass, there's a local drink, you know. He said, first he comes over to me and he said, where's the paper? And I said, what paper? He said, the paper that you signed where it says how much you pay to film here. And I said, yeah, right, I'm not going to pay anything. He goes, no, just joking. And so he comes out and he brings me this little brandy, plum brandy that they made there.
Slivovica.
Yeah, he says, have some of this, we make it. And they go back to work, they're flinging tiles, and they got the whole thing done in half an hour. So I was filming and drinking, and he comes over, drink up, it's the only glass we have. But they're having a good time. And so when I went to leave, they were almost done, and I called them over, and I gave them a euro coin. And I said, here. He said, what's that? And I said, you take this and you put it on way up on top, on the ridge, and then you put the top on it. I said, then you're never broke. No matter what happens, you know, you always got €1. It's up on the roof somewhere, you know, the farmer's never broke. And he told the rest of them, they loved it. You know, so it was a good idea, they liked the idea. So they passed it up and they put it up on the roof. And only that night their cousin came by and took it for the family fortune. But you never know. You know, so, and you just stop in a little place, you know, and you order something to eat, and somebody comes over and sits down and talks with you, you know, these little villages. You know, first you go down the street, sometimes the street's empty, and you sit at a little table, and then next thing you know, somebody comes across and sits down, and you're talking, and another guy comes. Next thing you know, there's 7 or 8 people,
Yeah.
you know, just out there.
And they want to show off their area.
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah.
They're very proud. They're very proud of the area where they are.
And most people don't know. Slovenia, Croatia, Serbia, they don't know.
Yeah,
They don't know where it is, they don't know anything about it. I mean, people in America.
yeah. There's somebody that I was talking to about, he's sort of a relative, but I was talking about going over there to Bosnia and Serbia and all of that, and she says, isn't that dangerous? And I said, no, not really bad. And she said, I see it on the news all the time, you know, they're bombing it and we're bombing it and everybody's over there. And she says, you know, you could get hurt. And she's talking about Syria.
Oh.
You know, she has no idea. You know, they don't know where this is.
Yeah, 55.
Okay. They don't know where these places are.
They don't.
And even Yugoslavia, it's been around a while. It's been around since the First World War. It was the kingdom of the Serbs and Yugos, and then
The South Slavs.
yeah,
Okay, well, we tell everybody, Slovenia, we'll start in Austria.
Yeah.
Austria, and below Austria, you have Slovenia.
yeah. And to the left of Slovenia is the corner of Italy,
Yes, and that's the Trieste.
Trieste. Yeah,
It's got the boom, boom, boom.
yeah.
You have Austria, Slovenia, and the Italians.
They all come together right there.
Right, and then you go down the border with Slovenia, below it's Croatia.
Yeah.
Which they say Hrvatia, HRV something, Hrvatia.
Yeah,
Then you go down and they have, like I said, they got all the little islands there, hundreds or whatever. And you go down, Serbia's over here,
yeah.
inland.
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 Yeah, there's no shore.
No. And then you have Bosnia-Herzegovina,
Yeah.
okay?
And they gave them just a little tiny piece of shore. It comes down, it's like Gdansk used to be before the Second World War. It's like a little thing, it's 9 miles wide.
Just somewhere to wash their socks.
Yeah, that's basically it. There's not even a road that goes all the way.
Yeah.
You gotta go into Croatia,
Out.
and then back out, and then back into Croatia.
Right.
To go through.
I mean, officially, but I mean, it's like you're gonna have to earn your way there.
Yeah.
And who's gonna go do all that? Okay, so then you have Bosnia-Herzegovina, like where family's from, down
Yeah,
here.
right there, yeah.
Around Trebinje here.
There's Ljubljana.
Okay, and then you have Crna Gora, which is Montenegro.
Yep.
And you have Montenegro, and that's, by the way, some people say it's the tallest people in the world, some people say Holland. It's like a neck and neck. But they're really tall.
And it's very mountainous too. Very much.
Yeah, Crna Gora just means Black Mountains. And the Turks, who bullied their way through the Balkans, they never ever did conquer Montenegro. Because what we did, we poured boiling water on them.
And that discouraged them.
Well, sure. They're
They're not lobsters.
That's a proud moment,
Yeah.
So then you have, and Montenegro, I believe, is like 800,000. It's like Vermont,
Yeah.
population-wise.
Yeah, but it's beautiful. There's beautiful lakes there and parks.
And the ocean.
Yeah, and the ocean.
Oh, it's right on the ocean.
They said that Montenegro's got the most beautiful part of that whole ocean through there.
It is beautiful, but one thing I gotta say, and I'm ashamed, and those guys are dirty, when they go to the beach, they throw their cigarettes right on the beach.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is. I mean, you're sitting there and then the cigarette's burning you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody smokes over there.
Yeah.
They do. Oh, and now it's just full of Ruskies. The Russians came and they've taken over, they say over there, they sold every stone to the Russians. Every stone.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you go down and Montenegro, now we're getting into Kosovo,
Yeah.
which is Serbian land, it's our Jerusalem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And those Albanians, they had babies. 12 babies, 15 babies, so many babies. So now there's more
More of them.
than Serbs.
Yeah.
There's 90% Albanians living in Kosovo, which is Serbian land.
Yeah. And it's right on the border's drawn already. It's not like they're saying, well,
And now,
there's a definite border there.
I mean, it's a bad. So, okay, you have Kosovo, and then below that, you have Macedonia. Macedonia is that, Alexander and this and
Yeah.
that. But I'll tell you,
Alexander of Macedonia. Alexander the Great.
when I went there 800 years ago, everybody told me be careful. Be careful on Granica. Okay, so I'm there with my friend Momir, and he's a big guy, and we go on the border in this little small car, and you know what I mean, we're tilted because everybody's real big, and we're driving on 2 wheels, and we get to the border. And he goes out, Momir does, and he's gone for like an hour. And be careful on the border.
Yeah.
No, I'm on the border, and my friend's gone for an hour. And he comes back, he's smoking a cigarette. Is that a big problem? My friend, a chocolate bar or a peanut butter bar? Buy both,
Yeah.
Oh, good, very good, yeah, good, yeah. So we go in and we bought some candy and we rode around and rode some donkeys and we came back.
Yeah.
But that was below Skopje.
Yeah,
It was right on the border, and that is really something.
and that area's been fought back and forth with Serbia and Greece. They both said they want it.
There's still an argument, I'm not sure, maybe somebody, but it's definitely one of the longest names of a country in the world. Because Macedonia, on the Yugoslav side, it is the former Republic of the former, wait, man, I'm getting mixed up here. That's how long it is.
Yeah,
The former Republic of Yugoslavia's Macedonia, something like that.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's like there's two Macedonias on the map.
And the other one's Greece.
Yeah.
But it's the former Yugoslavia's Republic of Macedonia. That's it. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's the official name of the country.
Yeah.
But you can't write Macedonia because there's one in Greece.
There's another one.
And if you come from the Yugoslav side, you can't get a job there. And they won't sell you any more candy bars. It's a big trouble.
No, see, the whole thing is it's crazy over there, but it's great. So we've got a lot of time here?
Yeah, an hour.
An hour? Okay. We'll wrap it up here and we'll do something else again.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Oh, we're an hour. Oh, man, thanks.
Here we go.